Now, I haven't been making any character introduction videos lately, and this was partly because of the headaches and stuff like that, and then catching up on various things that I had to do in the wake of the period where I couldn't do anything because of the headaches. But one thing that I have started to do recently, though, is I've picked up the project that I had started a while ago on a Tall Tales RPG. The Tall Tales RPG is going to be a tabletop game that uses a system that I'm developing called the Archetype system that I plan to use for a couple other games once I have it kind of ironed out and sorted out. And one of the things I've been doing with this is that when I'm working on it, I'm writing up the book and I'm creating the character sheet and I'm drawing up charts so I can kind of compare the different things and make sure everything's balanced. And while I'm doing that, I'm streaming it at least once a week. Sometimes I might do it more often, but I've done 2 episodes so far over on the Rabbit Haberdashery Twitch channel. Which brings us to the other thing I want to tell you about, which is what is Rabbit Haberdashery? So Rabbit Haberdashery is a group that I started some years ago. Originally, it was my wife and I just kind of inviting some friends to participate in an event called Extra Life. Extra Life is a fundraiser where we play games for a 24-hour marathon and use that to raise money for local Children's Miracle Network hospitals. I raise for Boston Children's now. When I started out, I was raising for a different one because I moved since then. I started streaming just for that purpose. I would stream once a year, and it was just the 24-hour one-shot campaign that I would design for Extra Life every year. The first year it was Scion, and I went through a couple other games. But a few years back, I was running a couple campaigns in Mutants and Masterminds that were 2 different groups playing the same story in different worlds. And for Extra Life, we did a big crossover, multiversal crossover event where these parties met and were addressing a problem that was a threat to all of reality, really. And when we live streamed that, people really enjoyed making the live stream and people really enjoyed watching it. We had the largest audience I'd ever had on the channel. And I really liked a lot of the setup stuff. My wife's liked it. And so as we were looking at this, we decided to keep streaming that story. And this has grown since then into a channel that we have over on Twitch, where we stream regular campaigns. On Wednesday nights, we stream Pathfinder. On Thursday nights, we stream a FOSSA Star Trek game. And we're going to be starting a Paleo Mythic campaign soon, using a story that I'm writing called The Lost Tribe, which I'm going to make available as a campaign guide that you can play using Paleo Mythic. But in the meantime, I am writing a new system called the Archetype system that's going to be used for Tall Tales so that you can play games in the world of Tall Tales and get the same kind of paranormal horror, urban fantasy vibe and play as spirits or play as people. And I'm going to spend a few videos, instead of introducing characters, talking about that system. So keep an eye out for that. I'm really excited to tell you about it. But in the meantime, you can catch a stream over at Rabbit Haberdashery on Twitch, or you can look up Rabbit Haberdashery on YouTube and see all the videos that we've made. I have the Tall Tales videos that I've made so far up there. We also have every episode of all the games that we've played and streamed are up there as well. So I encourage you to check that out and keep an eye out for more information on the Archetype system and the Tall Tales RPG. Thank you.